Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back, Marriage, Money, and Mindset. We're your host, I'm Jared.
And I'm Alexis.
And welcome back to another episode of Marriage, Money, and Mindset, where we come to you every week, Monday at 5 p.m., dropping content in regards to marriage, money, and mindset. And we are back, guys, from our trip in Mexico. Last week, we shot our episode in Mexico, episode 45.
That was a really good one. We talked about multiple streams of income. We introduced 717 Travel, which is my side business.
Right.
And
It was
how
titled,
you can.
Yeah,
Go
I'm sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, you kind of cut me out too,
Oh,
but
my
anyway.
bad.
No, it was titled How to Turn Travel into Income, guys. So if you're a person out there who wants to know how to potentially turn your travel into income, that's what that episode was about. We introduced what Hershey does for a living on the side, which is a travel business. Gave some pros as to what you may want to consider if you're looking for that type of endeavor in your life.
Right.
It was a great episode, and we shot it in Mexico during our vacation for her birthday.
Yeah.
And we had a great time, huh? Got us some good
Oh, yeah.
tans.
As you can see, we got a great tan.
Got us some, had some good food and good time. It was fun. We enjoyed it. Much needed vacation. I want to thank the new subscribers out there.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all, the existing subscribers, for returning. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel.
Also, if this video is helpful to you, you want to share it with somebody that you love, go ahead and do that. And hit those notification bells so you can know whenever we're dropping a new video.
Yeah, exactly.
It is every Monday at 5.
Every Monday at 5, guys. Yeah, so, but back to what we were just mentioning. So while we were in Mexico, today's episode is going to be titled, What's the Mission for Your Marriage, right? That's what we got. I got to talking out there, just discussing, when it comes to marriage, things that we believe people need to consider prior to getting married, right?
Exactly.
Because a lot of times, the cute things, people look, focus on the wedding and things of that nature. Well, post marriage is when marriage kicks off, guys, and it's important to know and have a mission for your marriage, because that's what we believe is somewhat the glue for our marriage. You want to elaborate some more before we get into the episode?
Yeah, I do. I will say for us, I don't believe that we had a defined mission of our marriage. We had values and we had goals that we wanted to achieve in our marriage. So we always talked about, we were always goal oriented.
Right.
But I don't think that we set a full mission. So that's kind of developed along the way.
Yeah. But also, and we're going to get into it in this episode, but the goals and the values kind of intertwine with your mission, right?
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that. So again, guys, this is episode 46 of Marriage, Money, and Mindset, titled, What's the mission for your marriage? What's the mission for your marriage? So, of course, let's get into some definitions real quick. So we're going to start this with the definition of missions, right? So, or missions in marriage, rather.
Right.
So a mission and a marriage provide a sense of shared purpose and direction for the relationship. Okay. And today we're going to talk about 5 of those reasons why having missions or shared goals is important in your marriage. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the first mission.
Before we get into
go
that.
ahead.
So mission, having a mission in your marriage, it helps align your actions and your decisions with your shared aspirations. So it encompasses the couple's long-term goals, desired impact on family, community, and their commitment to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like she said, aligning your values, right? So that's the first reason, by the way, guys, why you want to have missions.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about value systems. And just individually, we both individually have values. But of course, as we're going to come together, we have to make sure our values align.
Yeah.
It's important to make sure, first of all, have values, right? If you don't know what your values are, let me give y'all just some examples, things like honesty, integrity, respect, kindness, responsibility, things of that nature. Could be some examples of values. Now, that's not to say that's necessarily the values that we're referring to for us, but these are just things you can consider. But your values, first and foremost, define what your values are, and then share it with your partner prior to marriage. And y'all discuss it.
To make sure that you're on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure they align, because you'd be surprised. You may go into the marriage not having that conversation and then realize that y'all's values didn't quite align as you may have thought they did.
Yeah, and you realize it because whenever conflict arises, it's like we're not seeing eye to eye. He sees things one way, I see things another way. Like, why do we keep running into this same brick wall?
Right.
And most of the time it's because you didn't discuss what was most important to you.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have that sit-down conversation up front, prior to a marriage, man. I mean, we can easily get caught up in, what the wedding is going to be like. We'll sit down and discuss that. Mm-hmm. But it's very important, if not more important, to discuss values and make sure they're aligned prior to marriage, guys. All right. Yeah. So that's the first thing. First reason why having missions or shared goals is important is alignment of values. Let's talk about the second, being motivation and growth. Okay. So working towards common goals keeps the relationship dynamic, encouraging both partners to grow and improve together. Right. Mm-hmm. So, of course, obviously, we discussed our goals several times on this channel. That's usually, the glue that's why I like to say that's the glue for our marriage, is having goals, shared goals, and accomplishing those goals together, Mm-hmm. So I would say make sure there's some growth goals that y'all have going into the marriage together that y'all both can accomplish. So anything you want to add to that?
I mean, it also, like you said, the glue, it also helps you remember why you guys got together in the first place or why you decided to get married in the first place. So that's the motivation. It keeps you going and it allows for more growth in the relationship, in the marriage. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the third reason why having a mission is important in a marriage is for conflict resolution. So it helps couples navigate life's challenges and opportunities, making decisions that align with their mutual vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys. So you're going to have conflicts in your marriage. That comes with the territory, right? Mm-hmm. Now, how do you resolve your conflicts? That's a different question, or that's a different answer to that question for most people, right? Mm-hmm. So, of course, when it comes to the conflicts, when we do have them, first of all, we don't really have that often, but we do. It's just how we handle our conflict, right? So, and then also with a mission, it doesn't, a clear guide to what our mission is. When that conflict arises, we got to remind ourselves, what's the bigger picture here?
Yeah, what's most important?
The conflict or our mission, right? So what we're trying to get to, that is a bump in the road, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So just try to keep the bigger picture in mind when there's conflict, because there will be some. That's like I say, having that shared goals. It helps the couple. It'll help y'all navigate through life's challenges, and then of course opportunities more effectively, making decisions that align with your mutual vision.
Right.
So that's where your focus will go.
Exactly. You'll be able to see those opportunities more clearly whenever they present themselves, because really there's opportunities all around us in different areas. So that could be business, marriage. I mean, you made an example the other day whenever we were coming up with our notes, and the example of the marriage group, the marriage club.
Right.
So that's an opportunity that presented itself, and it's something that I brought to your attention. We attended that event, and now it's something that has been beneficial to us in our marriage.
Yeah.
And then other things like real estate or our stock portfolio, like these are opportunities that presented themselves. And had we not had a clear vision of where we wanted to end up, then we wouldn't be able to. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to notice these small steps to get us closer to that big goal.
Yeah, we wouldn't see them as clearly. We would be blinded by the conflicts.
Blinded by day to day. We'll just be moving day to day like zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay, let's talk about the fourth reason, being bonding and teamwork, right? Collaborating on missions strengthens the partnership, enhancing emotional bonds and teamwork, right? So, of course, when you marry your spouse, that's your partner, right? That's your business partner. That's your everything partner.
Your best friend.
Best friend, all that. So, when it comes to, who you choose as your spouse, you want to go in it with that mindset, letting them know, hey, this is a team, right? we're playing this game together now. And, we have to make sure we're going to win. We have to formulate a plan of attack and how we're going to execute and win in this game called life, right?
Yeah.
So and
there's
then of course,
things that I want to bring to the table.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
There's things that I bring to the table. I would never want to disclude you. Is that a word?
It can be one today, I guess.
Okay, I would never want to exclude you. That's the word.
There you go.
I would never want to exclude you from anything because we're a team, and vice versa. Every time you make a decision or you're approaching the decision making process, you always include me as well.
Yeah, and then on the bonding side, it's going to strengthen y'all's relationship. It should,
Yeah,
like I know for us when we cross milestones. We dab each other up, we high five it, it's just making that bond that much stronger too, because we're accomplishing these things that we set out for as our missions in our marriage and accomplishing them. But even if we don't, like we set a target, it's okay. We can go back, sit down, reevaluate, regroup, and get back on the mission. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's about too. Just remember that you may not always hit whatever goals that you have set, but it's okay. Y'all have a target that y'all working towards. Y'all can sit down and figure out what went wrong, regroup, and go back forward.
So it's a really good point that you brought up about you may get knocked off of your goals, but the mission still remains the same. So we're going to get into that in a second. But there is a difference between the mission and just like the marriage mission and marriage goals.
Exactly.
So we'll talk about that shortly. The fifth reason why having a marriage mission is important is for legacy building. So it encourages the couple to work together toward meaningful contributions.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the long-term goals, allowing the couples to create the meaningful legacy together, whether through family, community involvement or personal achievements. So
how do you want to be remembered?
Yeah, when your name is brought up or when y'all are brought up, that's what I was going to say. Like usually, what's the first thing people think of when you're brought up?
Right.
And that could potentially lead towards what type of legacy you may be potentially leaving behind.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I know for us, there's quite a few things that we're doing towards legacy building, for our, mission in life. But again, guys, like define these things, for yourself. These are just five, by the way. This isn't the end all be all. There's a lot more to to take in consideration. But just know that having a mission for your marriage, man, is very important. Like all the cute stuff going into it, man. You get engaged, you have the proposal, you posting that, and you got the engagement parties, you got the bridesmen. What's all the stuff? What's the traditional thing that everybody does?
So you do some people do like a surprise proposal. They make it a big deal, invite everybody out for that. Right. Your engagement party, and you do the bachelorette and the
all that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, but see, here's the thing. I'm saying that to say all that is being discussed and talked about and done. But what about your missions, man? In life, what about your mission in your marriage?
Keep that same energy.
Exactly,
toward the marriage,
because that's what's gonna matter the most. All that stuff in the beginning, that's fun. I get it.
It's just gonna fade away. It's just a one-day event.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it. Even the wedding, by the way. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
The wedding is a one-day event, but your marriage is supposed to last forever.
It's not even a whole day. It's just a few hours after.
That's true.
From the wedding to the from the wedding to the reception, all in all, maybe 6-8 hours out of 24-hour day.
Okay.
Right.
Good point.
See what I'm saying? So it's just an event, that only lasts for so long within the duration of your marriage, right? So that's all we're here to say is just have an important mission for your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what's going to be the glue in determining, in my opinion, whether or not y'all will be successful in y'all's marriage, right? So that's just some things to think about and consider pre-marriage. You know what I'm saying? And again, we want to see everybody win, man. I love it when people are getting married. We just want to see people win in their marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's the point.
By being focused on the mission. Why are you getting married? What's the
purpose? We all in
purpose?
this together, man. We all in this together trying to figure it out. Hey, this is our way of sharpening your iron. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, missions. Yeah.
To me, like I was just mentioning, the mission is your purpose. Like, what is your purpose for marrying this person? What are you doing with this person that you could not be doing alone? Like, what stamp on the earth are you making with this person?
Yeah. That's one way to look at it.
So the next thing that I wanted to get into is the difference between goals and a mission. So we have goals in our marriage and we have a mission in our marriage. So I wanted to just decipher the two. Can you go over this side and I'll go over this side? Okay. So a mission in a marriage is more broad. It's the overall direction of your marriage. And again, like I said, it's the purpose for your marriage. Whereas goals...
Yeah, the goals can be specific, focused, and address in areas of life, right? So kind of like look at goals as like, just little accomplishments along the way of your long-term mission. Exactly. That makes sense.
Yeah. Right. So again, like we just said, the mission is more long-term.
And then the goals are short-term.
Yeah.
That's the difference when you talk about time frame-wise.
Exactly. All right. And then the mission focuses on core values and shared vision.
Right. And then the goals will be actionable steps and measurable.
In concrete.
In concrete, right? Yeah, you got to own your handwriting sometimes. No, but yeah, guys, I mean, just like I said, actionable steps, little incremental steps are goals in your marriage, right? Right. So there's levels to this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's going to be levels, right now, we're in well building season. The honeymoon phase, in my opinion, is still there. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I was gonna say. You got to keep that flame going, right? However y'all see fit, do that. That's important as well. We discussed that already, by the way, on a different episode. But I'm just saying, we can all, of course, keep discussing it. You know what I'm saying? But guys, look, hey, just get a mission for your marriage. That's very important. We believe everybody should have one if you want to have a successful marriage. You don't want to have a marriage that's bound to fail by not having a mission for it. Man. So make sure you have a mission. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You said that too fast. You got to rewind that a little bit.
Rewind it.
That was good. Y'all need to rewind it.
Rewind it, yeah.
So if you don't plan to succeed, then you plan to fail. How does that saying go?
We all got, I mean, not planning is planning to fail.
Failing to plan.
Failing to plan is planning to fail.
Exactly. That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you have a plan,
the homework for this week or tonight is create a mission for your marriage with your spouse. So get together, write it down, make it plain, and write out what your mission is for your marriage. Yeah. That's the homework, y'all. Make sure you do that, man. Yeah. Again, we want to see y'all win. We want to win. Let's all win together, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about on Marriage, Money, and Mindset. So we hope y'all enjoyed this episode, by the way. It's kind of short and sweet, but, sometimes it be that way. Tune in next week, Monday at 5. We're going to be dropping another episode. Y'all come back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below. And we're going to catch y'all next week. Until then, y'all take care and have a good week. Peace.